Hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 45 of our Supersize Your Business Annual Challenge. First time I've done an annual challenge in this community, and I think it's going really well. I think it's going smoothly. I hope that you are finding that to be true as well. Give me feedback, please. Always looking for feedback and input to make the things that I do and create better for you and to help me grow as a person. Well, today, our topic, of course, we're talking about confidence all this month, this segment of 28 days, because it happens to be a short month and it happens to be Valentine's Day today. So our topic is to love yourself first. Now, we've all heard this before, right? We've all been told this. We've all know intellectually that it's true and objectively that it's true. But do we actually live that way? Do we actually act that way? Do we actually treat ourselves in our self-talk and in our behavior and in our actions and our allocation of time, energy, priorities, etc.? Do we actually demonstrate that and show that we take care of ourselves and we love ourselves first? I will admit I am extremely guilty of not doing this, right? I think being a mom and a grandma, we tend to put other people's needs first. We need to do that in a lot of situations, especially when they're little ones. But at some point, we have to reimagine and remember that if we don't take care of ourselves, there's not going to be anything else that needs to be taken care of, and we're not going to be there to take care of anybody else anyway. This especially applies to our businesses. So often we start a business and we have all these aspirations of being our own boss and what that's going to look like, and then we get involved in it and we realize that the business we've created is all consuming, and in some cases I was in industries that actually sucked the energy and the life out of me, and so I would be exhausted at the end of the day. So, of course, I exited those industries. I've been involved in at least 27 different industries and businesses throughout my life, my corporate life and my career and business ownership. And some of them fueled me and were amazing. Others, not so much. And you have an act of self-love, and loving ourselves first is understanding the impact that different environments we put ourselves in, because we make the choices and decisions to go through this whole journey that we're going through, right? Sometimes we like to blame other people and other things, but it's how we respond and react to everything that matters most. That's why loving ourselves and giving ourselves grace and treating ourselves kindly and having positive self-talk and treating people the way we want to be treated, to demonstrate for them how we want to live our life, how we want to build and grow and supersize our business, is absolutely foundational. Today happens to be Valentine's Day in my neck of the woods. And actually, I think I don't even know if Valentine's Day is a global thing. Anyway, in America, the United States of America, today is Valentine's Day. And many, many people are celebrating. And in order to be in relationships and to take bold action in any area and aspect of our life, especially in our businesses, we have to trust in, have confidence, and believe in ourselves. And the best way to build that confidence is to learn to love and appreciate what's awesome about us. Because guess what? All of us have warts and things that are just not really pretty about us. And all of us have absolutely positively amazing skills, abilities, attributes, characters, etc. So we want to build on the strengths and minimize the weaknesses. So today, what are we going to do? We are going to treat ourselves like we matter, right? Treat ourselves with love and kindness and grace that we would offer to the other people in our lives, right? I don't know about you, but I've cut some people in my life so much slack. Now, in some cases, it came back to haunt me. Other cases, it worked out well because it helped them to grow and become a better version of themselves. But we need to do that with ourselves in order to demonstrate that for the rest of the people in our organization. So acknowledge today something that you're proud of. I would say share that in the comments below. Share something about yourself and your business and where you are in your journey that you're proud of. This is part of my gratitude practice. Every day I pay attention to the things I'm grateful for. Sometimes I write them all down, sometimes I don't. It just depends on what's going on and when I have that. But I always take the couple of seconds to appreciate and feel how that feels when I'm acknowledging something good about myself and about other people and about the business. Forgive yourself for mistakes, because guess what? We're all human. We all make mistakes. I think that's one of the biggest areas for me personally to work on is, guess what? Whoever made us think that we were going to figure stuff out right the first time. I don't know about you, but when I learned to walk, I didn't just pop up and start running around the house. My son did that, but I didn't. And that's not true either. He tried and fell and tried and failed and tried and failed and tried and failed until he succeeded. That's what we all do with everything. Are there shortcuts and ways to do that better, faster, easier on ourselves? Yes. But until we're ready to see those and get out of our own way, we won't seek them out. Commit to do one act of self-care today. I don't care what it is. Something little. Maybe it's have your favorite dessert. Maybe it's spend 5 minutes just with the sun shining on your face. Go for a walk. Acknowledge yourself. Acknowledge somebody else too, but acknowledge yourself today for how far you've come. Guess what? I'm 65 years old. Just making it to 65 is an accomplishment. So, excuse me. I acknowledge that I have a cough. All right, so today, comments below. Share one thing you're proud of with respect to your business or your life. You can do it with your life too, because this is all just about celebrating yourself and being grateful for everything that you've accomplished thus far in your life. And then take a couple of minutes and ask yourself some reflective questions. If I loved myself unconditionally, if I loved my business unconditionally, how would I treat it? How would I treat my time, energy, resources, etc.? How would I behave differently if I loved my business unconditionally? Now, this is a really hard pill to swallow for some of us because we focus more on what we don't like about our business than what we do love about our business. And I'll tell you, I spent 35 years in one business in one industry as my longest running business of all the different businesses and industries I was involved in. And some days I loved it and the days went really smoothly. And other days I hated it, right? Something bad would happen and ruin my whole day. And guess what? The days that I loved, amazing things happened and we made incredible progress. The days that I was not feeling good about it or I was frustrated by something were challenging. Some of them horrible. And looking back is always, hindsight's always 20/20 because I don't have 20/20 vision. But those lessons can be learned even after the fact and carried forward with us in our businesses and our life. What would I believe if I was worthy of my own time, energy, and kindness? How would I behave? How would that impact the business? Because it absolutely positively does. Everybody models you and copies you and does what you do, not what you say. I've noticed this with my granddaughters, and in some ways it's positive, in other ways it's not really positive for their long-term development. I have a very grandma sense of worry, doubt, and fear when it comes to my granddaughters. It's not rational at all, but I do. And I caught myself passing that on to my granddaughters. And I'm like, no, not going to do that. So self-awareness in our personal life and our professional life is really, really key. Because if you demonstrate self-awareness, if you know how to apologize, if you know how to take care of yourself, if you know how to be grateful for what's going great in your business, people will model and follow that. And then how can I be my own biggest supporter as I'm growing and building and supersizing this business versus my own biggest detractor? We all have that little angel and devil on our shoulder, whether we acknowledge it or not. I'm going to say take a deep breath and acknowledge it because it's really, really powerful. Your little devil will tell you what's blocking you and getting in your way. Your little angel will help you to overcome that and create what it is that you want to see in the world. All right, so what are we doing today? We are sharing one way in the comments below, one thing we're proud of, and then one way that we are going to show ourselves self-love. How's that sound? All right, or our business some love. Have a happy Valentine's Day. If I can help you in any way, ask. Otherwise, have an awesome day, and I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow.